July 19th, AD 64, a date etched in the annals of history, not for a grand victory or a king's coronation, but for a catastrophe that would forever change the face of one of the greatest empires the world has ever seen. This is the story of the Great Fire of Rome. A disaster so immense it left an indelible scar on the city, its people, and its infamous Emperor Nero. Join us as we travel back nearly 2 millennia to witness Rome as it succumbed to a fiery inferno. As dawn broke on that fateful day, Rome awakened not to the familiar sounds of bustling markets or the clattering of chariots, but to the ominous crackling of flames. The fire began in the merchant shops clustered in the Circus Maximus, Rome's grand arena for chariot races. Here in the heart of the city, goods from all corners of the empire were traded. Cloth, spices and oils, fuel for an unstoppable fire. The flames, fanned by a strong summer wind, quickly became a raging inferno. Within hours, what had started as a small blaze became an unstoppable force, devouring everything in its path. The fire's wrath was indiscriminate, consuming the humble abodes of commoners and the opulent villas of the aristocracy alike. Imagine, if you will, the chaos that engulfed Rome. An empire renowned for its might and grandeur, now gripped by an uncontrollable disaster. Visualize the streets swarmed with panic-stricken families, their faces etched with fear, as they hurriedly flee their homes, clutching their most precious belongings. The air is thick with the wails of the terrified, a haunting chorus that merges with the relentless roar of the flames. Everywhere you look, there are scenes of despair and disarray. Children crying for lost parents, elders too weak to escape the fast-approaching danger, and pets scurrying in confusion. Above them, the once glorious skyline of Rome, the eternal city, is being devoured by the raging inferno, its towering monuments and sprawling villas succumbing to the flames. In these harrowing moments, the city's famed epithet of eternity seems like a cruel irony, as the relentless fire threatens to erase centuries of history in mere hours. The city, which had stood as a beacon of civilization, now appeared fragile and mortal, its destiny hanging in the balance as the flames continued their destructive dance. But what of the Emperor Nero during this catastrophe? The enduring myth portrays Nero as a callous leader, callously playing the fiddle while his city succumbed to flames. Yet this image of indifference and cruelty is a stark contrast to historical accounts. In reality, Nero was not in Rome when the fire erupted. He was at his villa in Antium. Upon receiving word of the disaster, he hurried back to the city, displaying a sense of urgency that belies the popular narrative. Once in Rome, Nero embarked on a series of drastic and immediate measures aimed at mitigating the devastation. He opened his palatial gardens to provide refuge for the homeless, coordinated relief efforts, and even participated in search and rescue operations. His hands-on approach in the aftermath of the fire reveals a more complex character than the detached tyrant of legend. This discrepancy between myth and recorded history invites us to reconsider Nero's legacy, especially in the context of this monumental event that forever altered the ancient city. In the wake of the catastrophic blaze that had left much of Rome in ashes, Emperor Nero took steps that, on the surface, appeared to be acts of benevolence and foresight. He opened the doors of his imperial palaces, transforming these grandiose symbols of power into refuges for those who had lost everything to the flames. This gesture, perhaps unexpected from an emperor often criticized for his extravagance, provided much-needed shelter to the countless homeless. Furthermore, Nero initiated a relief effort, ensuring the distribution of food supplies to those afflicted by the disaster. Beyond these immediate measures, he also looked to the future of the city. Nero proposed a bold urban development plan, envisioning a new Rome with broader streets designed to prevent such a disaster from occurring again, and buildings constructed from less flammable materials. Yet even as he took these steps, Nero's actions were shrouded in controversy. Whispered rumors began to circulate, suggesting a more sinister motive behind his seemingly altruistic deeds. Some speculated that Nero himself had orchestrated the fire, a diabolical plot to decimate the city and clear vast tracts of land. They whispered that this was all to fulfill his own ambitious architectural dreams, most notably the construction of his lavish golden house, the Domus Aurea. a project that would symbolize Nero's glory and might. These allegations, whether founded in truth or not, added a layer of mystery and intrigue to the already tragic narrative of the Great Fire of Rome. Casting a long shadow over Nero's legacy, let's delve deeper into the Rome of AD 64. The city, a marvel of the ancient world, was a testament to the architectural prowess and cultural richness of the Roman Empire. It boasted sprawling forums where the seeds of modern democracy were sown, grand temples that stood as monuments to the pantheon of Roman deities, and imposing aqueducts that showcased the advanced engineering skills of the time. The streets of Rome were lined with statues and fountains, evidences of its artistic heritage and affluence. Yet, this grandeur was contrasted sharply with its less glamorous facets. Much of the population lived in narrow, labyrinthine streets and alleys, crammed into wooden tenements that towered precariously high. These structures, often poorly built and overcrowded, were not only a fire hazard, but also a stark reminder of the social inequalities that existed within the heart of the empire. The juxtaposition of Rome's opulent public buildings and these teeming, vulnerable residential areas painted a picture of a city balancing on the edge of magnificence and catastrophe. The Great Fire of Rome raged for 6 days before it was finally brought under control. But just as the city began to recover, the flames rekindled, leading to 3 more days of destruction. In the end of the 14 districts of Rome, only 4 remained unscathed. The devastation was unparalleled. The landscape of Rome was forever altered. Amidst the smoldering ruins, a question arose: how did this fire start? Was it a tragic accident or, as some speculated, a deliberate act? Theories abounded. One pointed to the followers of a new religious sect, the Christians, as scapegoats. Nero, seizing the opportunity, pinned the blame on them, leading to a brutal crackdown on the nascent Christian community. As we delve deeper into the reconstruction of those calamitous days, our journey extends beyond the mere retelling of a historic tragedy to an exploration of the profound transformation that befell Rome in its aftermath. The city that rose from the ashes under Emperor Nero's vision was indeed grander, marked by wider streets and grandiose buildings, a testament to Roman architectural resilience and innovation. However, the fire inflicted deep psychological scars on its populace, forever altering their perception of Rome as an unassailable eternal empire. It instilled a new awareness of vulnerability and impermanence in a society that had long prided itself on enduring grandeur. This duality of physical reconstruction and psychological upheaval paints a complex portrait of an ancient metropolis at a pivotal moment in history, grappling with its rebirth while haunted by the specters of its recent devastation. In the aftermath, one can't help but wonder about the long-term impacts of this catastrophe. The fire not only reshaped Rome's architecture, but also its political and social landscape. It exacerbated tensions between the emperor and the governed, sowed deep mistrust, and stoked the flames of rebellion that would, in time, engulf Nero's reign. The legacy of the Great Fire of Rome is complex and enduring. It's a tale of tragedy, resilience, and transformation, a reminder of the fragility of human endeavors, even those as grand as Rome. Through this virtual reenactment, we've not just revisited a chapter of history. We've walked through the embers of a civilization at its turning point. As the story of the Great Fire of Rome fades into the chronicles of history, its lessons remain. Lessons about leadership, about the power of rumor and accusation, and about the enduring strength of a city that, despite this catastrophic event, continued to stand as the heart of an empire for centuries to come. The Great Fire of Rome, an event that witnessed the fall and rise of an empire, a testament to human resilience in the face of overwhelming adversity. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time, to witness Nero's Rome in flames, and to understand how, from the ashes of tragedy, a new Rome was born. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to help us reach a larger audience. This is History Replay this day. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next episode.